Boom! It's Graceful Thunder. Now, first of all, let me just say that if you're just here looking for an Ibis paint tutorial and art kind of things, I typically don't do that kind of thing on my channel. I mean, if you want to check out the rest of my videos, that's okay, but this is not a usual video, just so you know. Now, I've been getting a lot of people asking me questions like, what do you use to draw your art? How do you draw your art? How do you use the app? So I'm gonna try to begin to explain some of that in this video. It may or may not go on for a little ways, I don't know. So the device I use is my tablet. It's a Samsung Galaxy Tab A with an S Pen, which I forgot to show in this next clip that I'm gonna put. So there's that. The app I use is called Ibis Paint X. I'm pretty sure that it's available on all mobile devices, even including Apple, Samsung, Android, all that sort of thing. Okay, so I think that's all, so let's begin. Okay, so let's go ahead and open it up. I guess it didn't lock. And then I'm gonna just, yeah, that's what the app looks like. At least on my device. I'm assuming it looks that way on all. So yeah, let's switch to a different format. Okay, so now I am mirroring the app onto my laptop so I can record it better. That's if you're wondering how I'm able to get it like this. So as you can see across the bottom, these are other artworks by other people who have done art online, and I guess it gets ranked somehow. I don't really understand the ranking system or what is what, but let me just quickly explain. The online gallery takes you to the Ibis Paint website, and there you can view a lot more of other people's art when it loads. Yeah. So that's that. This just gives you some examples. You can watch how they're done, and then here is my gallery. This takes you to all of your art. I don't know, do I need to preface this somehow by saying that I'm not sponsored? That didn't even come to mind beforehand. I don't know. Yeah, I just really like the app. So you can double tap that to either go in or to go out. You get to see a little sneak peek here. A little tiny one for now. There's a contest on the Cubic Castles forums. Yep, I'm entering. So, if you've watched my How to Draw a QB video, then you've already seen some of this, I think. But Ibis Paint can be used for, like, you can make transparents. So here I took this image and erased everything except what I wanted to be kept. There we go. This one I have not actually saved or posted anywhere yet. This one I am nearly done with, so I'm gonna use this one in showing how to. So for this button, you can make a new canvas. You can select any one of these sizes that are here, or you can choose your own size, or you can do this to import a picture. So maybe you drew something on paper in real life and took a picture of it, and you wanted to put the picture in as your canvas to either trace it or just turn it directly into a piece. I don't know. This gives you info, so there's that. And here's where you can also change your fixation for viewing the speed paint of it. Right now I think it is on without window, maybe? So that means that it just stays zoomed out. And yeah, so the app does record as your drawing, so you can then save it as a speed paint later if you want. Without window means it'll go in, so if you zoomed in, it will zoom in. I didn't in this portion. Yeah, there we go. So that's an example of that. This is just a play button, it'll bring you to the video. This is share, so you can do all of that. You can duplicate it, which means it'll make another of exactly the same canvas if you wanted to test something but not ruin your whole project. You can save it this or this or this, or you can go to edit. So I'm gonna go ahead and just show a little bit of this so far because it's already basically finished. These are layers, so let me just do the little eye and hide everything. So when you're starting out, what you're gonna want to do is select your brush. Any one of these brushes will do, whatever you're going for. And you can select a size like this, select the opacity like this, opacity, whatever, while having brush selected. That's simple enough. So then you can do, this is the first layer. So I started out by making this really messy-ish sketch. Really simple to do. And then once I was ready, I changed the opacity of the layer and then did another layer on top of that. This one, the lines layer. And I drew on the lines, which took a while, and then then added in color. Wait, I hid the back sketch first. Makes it simpler. Then I added a background color and a signature. I put it all on different layers because it just makes it easier to deal with. One thing to note, you can move your layers around as you please. The layer that is on top will get preference. So, for example, if I'm on this layer, which is under these two layers, the colors and the lines, and then I try to do like a red line, it'll do like that because I left this blank, but this is filled in and covered, and these layers are on top. That explains basically that. You can add layers using this button, this little, you can duplicate. Okay, so that explains the basics of that. I'm gonna go make a new canvas. Let's just go with 100, what am I saying? 1,000 by 1,000. That works. Okay, now I can actually show you stuff. So let's just do... I've already got this one selected. I'm gonna change the size. Let's draw a little heart. I'm gonna close it off. See, I don't get perfection every time. I wanted to close it off so I could then use the bucket and select a color. Let's do... That's pretty. Okay. Yeah, you can tap this to switch back and forth between the eraser. You can do little stuff like this with the eraser. Woohoo! And there's the undo, redo buttons. So then we have... Yeah, that's for selection. This is a stabilizer. So you can... Oop, I just turned the stabilizer on the eraser. You gotta pay attention to these things. So I'm gonna put it on at 3, so watch. Okay, so we've got these things like the drawing tool with which you can do this, and it will make you a perfectly straight line. Very easy, very simple. You can also do a square. It's kind of a weird square because it's got these edges, but it's a square. So shush. Let me turn that off. Okay, we've got these rulers to play with too. Like the straight line ruler, which again, straight lines all over the place. Delete. We got the circle ruler. So I don't have to draw a perfect circle because the application will do it for me, just like that. You can adjust your circle like this. Whee! And then, whoops, you can delete the circle. You can have an ellipsis. Elliptical ruler. Let me change my color to, I like blue. There. Elliptical. And then we can also have whatever this is. I guess it makes these little things easier. Okay then. You can also have symmetry. Now watch. Yes, exactly the same thing on both sides. So let's do, we can also do this. Let me change color. Are we experiencing lag? Yes, I think we were experiencing lag. Okay. Because it's so many of them. There we go. Yeah, that's something. I'm gonna remove that so it's easier to see around. You can also do this where you draw in makes a nice grid, I guess. Yep. And then you can draw in it, and it makes the same thing. A lot of it. Let me move on. Ooh, now that is something. My own creation is frightening me. What am I doing? Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Off. Okay, those are the rulers. And then we have the patterns. You can cheat in this if you want a quick pattern. Wait, I'm gonna go ahead and do a layer underneath here, just so we can see these better. So you can go into like Japanese color and you can do this. And it will load in, there we go, a pattern. So you can, this is so cheating, but it's fun sometimes. I don't think I've actually used it in any of my artworks yet though. I've just played with it. So there we have that. So those are patterns. We have, let's get rid of that. We have the frame divider. You can do this and that and this and a whole load more, it seems. That's nice. You can, let me bring this back up so we can look at it. You can change your canvas size. You can trim it like that. You can rotate it. You can invert it. What have I even drawn now? I don't know. You can move it, I think. Wait, no, I selected the wrong layer for now, didn't I? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay. You have to be on the layer that you're wanting to move. Like that. Okay, so for this, lasso and magic wand. Magic wand is the same thing, but pretty much it's like a paint bucket. You select an area that you want. With a lasso, you can draw the area that you want, and then you can only draw in that area. Doesn't look like it right now, but watch. Ta-da! And that's how that looks. And then I can go remove the selection. Eyedropper, pretty sure that everyone knows what that is. You can pick up any color, anywhere. You can also copy things, so let's copy this heart. Just gonna select it, and then you can get duplicate and clone the layer. Okay, so then select the layer. And then you can move it to where you want it to be moved. Maybe you want it there. I don't know. You can also do this to it. That's weird. And you can change the perspective of it, which is lots of fun. Done. Deselect. Oh, yes. Invert select is to have everything else except the heart selected. This is turning out to be one weird image. For blur, you can do this. Notice how, because the yellow is on a different layer, it didn't blur. That's something to keep in mind while working on stuff. Okay, so I think I've explained everything that there is to explain. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments. I don't know. I hope that I explained everything properly and didn't leave anything out, and yeah. So, I guess that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you come back again.